Oh, I'm Elizabeth Petricone, and I'm happy that you're here, all of you. And I just want to talk first just a little bit about BLTs. You know what BLTs are? Bites, licks, and tastes. Oh, come on. What's wrong with me? I'm on a bender. You know, they got Chinese food last night, and I said, oh no, I'll just have some egg drop soup, nothing else, right? And then my husband's been sick, so I had to make him a plate, and he got General Tao's, lo mein, fried rice, dumplings, all my favorite things in the world, and I had to make his plate. And what do you think happened?
You shared it.
I might as why didn't I just sit down and enjoy it? I'm sure I ate at least a cup of General Tao's, which is probably 2,000 calories. And then I was honestly, I'm ashamed to say it, but I was actually eating the lo mein like this. I'm really ashamed. And so, and it's been going on for like over a week. I don't know what's going on with me. So what would you do if you were in this position right now? Do you have any quick little bit of advice for me, or do I have to go find one of these that tells me how to stop this now?
Well, a very wise woman told me once you do stuff like that and you're cooking for somebody, that every time you taste something, you sit down.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Remember that wise woman?
Yes, I do remember that, which reminds me of this story, and so I'll go to that story. I remember thinking that I was eating too much while I was preparing dinner or making plates. So I decided to put a chair in the kitchen, and every time I took a bite of food, I would have to sit down and eat it. Oh, thank you so much for reminding me of this.
And it's great exercise.
Right? And I kept finding myself, I was like a Jack in the Box, up and down, and I can't even tell you how much food apparently I was eating before the dinner. I made my sauce. I had to take a piece of bread. I had to put it in the sauce, put Parmesan cheese on it. It wasn't like I was just going to taste it with a spoon. I had to make a production number out of it. And so when I did this one day, I was up and down so many times that I had like sore thighs the next day, like I did squats. That's how many times I sat down. I mean, it had to be like 30 times. And I mean, I was planning and preparing for a lot of stuff, but still, how many calories did I have?
Well, how many calories did you use?
See, you should be writing it down as you're eating it, because then you'd be aware that you're eating all those calories.
Oh, I know. Oh,
a check mark every time.
Well, and the other thing that I normally have are grapes and popcorn on the counter, but grapes and popcorn, and then they pale in comparison to General Tao's and lo mein. I mean, General Tao's is just fried sugar crunch. Really, that's all it is. I'm not even sure there's any chicken in it at all. It's just so crunchy, so ridiculously bad for you. And because it's like sugar, because it has so much sugar in it, after the first bite, you can't stop, because now when you never have sugar, which I almost never have sugar, I was just, I might as well have just gone and enjoyed a nice meal. Instead, I stood over it and ate it. Mm. Okay, well, that is good advice, Carol. I will sit down every time I put something in my mouth. And there goes the phone. Did I tell you to turn off your phones before? Okay. So that's my confession this week. And if you ever have that happen to you, you just have to, I guess, think about it. I'm just hoping to get over it. I think maybe it was just a bad week. is what I'm hoping, a bad week. Okay.
But, you know, when you were saying you were talking about exercise and you said bites, list, and taste, I thought I could picture you getting up and down, up and down. up
Right? Exactly. That's exactly what happened. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. But that was because I was cooking a big meal, and you wouldn't be in the kitchen that long. But this was like one of those Sundays where you spend 3 hours doing everything. And so, first of all, you feel like your Sunday is being ruined because you have to cook and plan and prepare for your week of healthy eating. And so you want to, you have to satisfy yourself some way. You're trying to actually reward yourself with food, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, all right, going on. We're going to go on. I love the way I'll just cut away from something. I'm done with it now. I wanted to talk about fitness facts because I've really noticed that people who exercise have some of these things happening to them, even if they're not actually losing weight. They're certainly going to lose inches. That's just going to happen. If you're lifting weights and doing cardio, you're going to lose inches. Things just fit me better now. Okay, so the first thing is exercise boosts your brain power. How do you think it does that?
The oxygen to your brain.
The oxygen to your brain. And the oxygen to the rest of your body. When yoga, what's the most important thing you learn in yoga?
Breath.
Breath.
Breathe.
Breathe. And now they're also saying, and this is a really cool thing, they're saying just thinking of oxygen, if you're having trouble going to sleep at night, you're supposed to inhale for 8 seconds, hold it for 4, and breathe out for how long?
8.
And breathe out for 8. So you take it in, you hold it so it gets to your brain, right?
4, 8, 4.
And do you think it's because it's a mantra, or do you think it's because you're concentrating on your breath? How did they come up with that?
It's a kind of meditation.
Yeah.
That's the way we meditate, concentrating on our respiration. The way you inhale and exhale, that's called meditation. Meditation is giving you balance to your body. That's why you can sleep better when you do that.
Oh,
And you're living in the moment.
and you're in the moment.
Right.
We do not live in the moment. Here you are in bed, right? All comfy, covers up, your pillow's all set, and now what are you going to think about? The war in Syria, I have to take the car to do this. How about that poor child I saw today? My mother, my father, you know what I mean? It's what do I have to do tomorrow? Just the list is endless. So if you're meditating before you're going to sleep by good breathing,
Slows you down.
which is so good, will slow you down. Sleeping, you have no idea how important sleeping is to
Weight loss.
weight loss and well-being. Listen, try a couple of days without sleeping right. Listen, I'm the most pleasant person that I almost know. I can't even believe I said that, but nevertheless, I'm quite pleasant. And if I don't get sleep, I'm not pleasant. And I will admit that I was never pleasant when I was losing weight, ever. I was never pleasant. Maybe one. Okay, so getting oxygen to your brain through exercise is like almost, I find sometimes when we are really concentrating on doing something at the gym that we're getting more oxygen to our brain and we're starting to feel better. And that's sometimes, I think, what makes us keep going.
Yeah, we get that adrenaline high then.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, if you're so lucky to get that. Is it
Yeah.
called adrenaline? No.
Yeah, it's adrenaline.
Yeah, it's adrenaline, but there's a endorphin.
Endorphins, yeah.
Yeah, an endorphin high. Oh. I don't care how much wine you drink. You are never going to feel as good as you do with an endorphin high. That if they could bottle that, oof. And you also have to remember when you have one of those endorphin highs, how manic you are. You could get so much accomplished. That because exercise actually Energy begets energy. That's just the way it is.
Right.
So when you have that endorphin high, that's when you've done such a great job. You listen, I chase that high all the time. I don't have it after every time.
No, me neither.
No, and I know, and I don't know how to get that every time, because if I did, I'd be at the gym every day. 4 days is enough. Okay. Okay, we already said that. Exercise gives you energy. Fitness can build relationships. Oh, I think that's so true. If you go with someone, or if you start to get familiar with people at the gym or a yoga class or dance class or something, you can meet a new friend or just an acquaintance that you talk to when you're at the gym. We have many of those at the gym, don't we? That will come out to us and start talking, and boy, we just absolutely stop working out. So we go to the gym and we're there for 2 hours, and then we walk out of the gym saying, I was at the gym for 2 hours, like we were working out the whole time, but we were not. We were chatting, right? So, fitness pumps up your heart. When you go for a walk or you use a treadmill or you go on an elliptical machine, or even I think when we're doing weights, you should always want your heart rate to go up and then back down. That's the good part about 30 seconds between an exercise, if that's the kind of exercise you're doing, is that your heart rate can go back to normal. And when your heart rate is elevated, you should never just stop. Let's say you're running. Let's say you run 3 miles. I see a lot of people just bend over and start breathing. First of all, bending over and breathing, no
Doesn't
good.
make sense.
No good. All right. But they bend over, and you know what you should do, right?
You should actually breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth.
But what else should you be doing at the end of a run?
Cooling down,
Walking.
stretching,
Oh, yeah.
What? Huh?
and then
Right.
stretching.
And then stretching, walking, absolutely. And then stretching, and then, just walking is good stretching too, because those are the muscles that you use. So if you're not, and what happens too is I noticed that when we are trying to cool down, we'll start to speed up. And we'll have to say, wait a minute now, it's all done. We don't have to do that. Exercise boosts your performance. Well, let's see. But it does really make you better at your job, better at home, because it melts away stress.
I can't tell you how many times I came back from the gym, and when I did, I went in my garden and just did tons of work.
Yes,
I
right?
get so much energy.
You get so much energy, and it when you are on top of your game, you can get a lot accomplished. Last week I cleaned my room, actually 2 weeks ago. I cleaned my room, which looked like a teenage girl's dressing room or bedroom that had never been cleaned in 3 years. I'm ashamed to admit it, but what the heck. I have to say, it was from the gym. It got me started. And this is the first time I've actually cleaned that room and really made my closet manageable. Being organized is a really good thing. Are you organized?
In certain things. In
Yeah.
my job, I'm organized. but
Oh, I
in
bet
my-
you have to
In
be.
my house, not so much.
I'm telling you, you're organizing your closet. I've never done this in my entire life, but it's all black sweaters, white sweaters. Yeah, you have to organize, or you are
I am like that.
you are organized.
I am like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am like that.
Were
I
you always like that?
Yes, since I was a kid. I used to organize even my underwear by color and by shape.
No,
Oh,
sir.
God bless her.
She's so attractive. She has underwears by shape. All right.
And color.
And color.
And color. Mine is by the day. I have Monday panties, Tuesday panty night.
Remember when they used to sell those when we were kids?
I'm pretty sure they still sell them.
Do they really?
Yeah. I think for some people it's just a reminder that you need to change your panties.
Every day.
And that your pants should cover them. Okay, movement melts away stress. How many times have I sat at home and tried to talk myself out of going to the gym? How many times have you sat at home and said, "Oh yeah, I don't need to go to the gym today. I can be. I just don't want to go. I'm just too tired." Blah, blah, blah. And then you go. I have never seen anyone walking out of the gym unhappy.
Yeah, me neither.
I've seen plenty of people going into the gym unhappy, but I have never seen anyone walking out of the gym unhappy. So it does melt away stress. You know, I think it's a really good thing. You know, it is easy to find time for fitness. I know, you're so busy. Everybody's so busy. Isn't your health worth 2 15-minute segments out of your life?
Yeah.
I would think 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night, really, that's all you need. You can lose weight without exercise, but will you be happy? Chances are you probably won't. And the other thing is your skin won't adjust.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, especially the older you get, the less your skin will adjust. So you want to start working out right away while you're trying to lose weight. But you can find time. 15 minutes, this is what I used to do. I used to have a treadmill in my house, and I was only allowed to watch my favorite show when I was on the treadmill. You think I ever missed my favorite show?
No.
No, I was on the treadmill because, you know, like you make a deal with the devil. And somehow if you're stubborn enough, and I'm just stubborn enough to say, yeah, you cannot turn on that TV until you're on that treadmill. And that worked for me. And so, you know, I don't know, does anything work for you, or you just have to bully yourself to go?
Yeah, it's just getting out the door.
Once I'm dressed and ready.
I have to do it the first thing in the morning.
Oh, absolutely.
If I don't, I'll talk myself right out of it.
Oh, I've tried so
People
Yeah, I
say,
always
well,
have to
why
do it
can't
at
you
night.
go to the gym in the afternoon? And I said, yeah, right. I would have a million reasons why I didn't have to be there.
And none of them would be all as important as going to the gym.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Now, they say exercise helps ward off disease, but I think there might be something to that in the fact that your heart rate is up, your blood is flowing, you're getting oxygen to your lungs and to your brain. So I would think all of those things would, you know, help ward off disease. At least heart disease, wouldn't you think? And I know this table probably isn't even wood.
And they say exercise fights off diabetes as well. It has a lot to do.
I
with
bet it does.
Food and diet and exercise. Yeah.
Sure. Lots of things. Circulatory problems.
Brain.
Yeah, brain problems, whatever that means. But, you know, I last year did not have one cold.
Neither did I.
Now I'm allergic. I have allergies, but that's
Allergies,
not my.
but not
you know, I
cold.
didn't get a cold, and I'm at a gym where I have to wash everything down so I don't
So
get
many
MRSA or
germs.
something.
There are so many
No, because
germs.
you know, I just somebody told me that somebody had a cut on their finger and they touched something somewhere, not at the gym, but anyway, all of a sudden they had MRSA. Was that you that told me that story?
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
But he was in a nursing home when he got it.
Well, yeah, and you'd think the nursing home is a million times cleaner than the gym.
Well, when I had my eye surgery, my doctor said, you don't want to go to a hospital, do you? You probably get a lot of germs there.
Yeah, I know. They scare me, those hospitals. It's really sad because, you know, when I used to work at the hospital, they were cleaning that. The place smelled like Clorox. They were cleaning it every minute. These are super germs. Even Clorox doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, when my husband was ill before the transplant, if he went into the hospital, he was totally segregated from everybody else because they didn't want him catching
Right.
anything. Yeah.
They enclose you in a
Yeah.
glass, almost like a glass room, you know?
The boy in the bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather be in that bubble. And please, you come in with all your, you know, listen, here's my thing on nurses. I was going to the buffet when I was at the hospital. I would go to the buffet, the salad buffet, and I saw a nurse actually reach in and take the lettuce right out of the bowl with her bare hand.
No, sir.
I'm like, wow, no wonder we have problems. Because where was that hand? There's not enough Perel for me to ever touch. I would nothing. There was nothing on that salad bar I would ever eat again. It was the last time I ate at a buffet or a salad bar. The very last time. Because if a nurse will do that, then I'm beginning. I'll think anyone will do it. Like just across the street, they have that Chinese buffet. And I saw little kids running around and touch stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not eating there. I don't know what goes on in the kitchen, but at least I'm not seeing it. All right, but so exercise helps ward off disease. Since I didn't even have a cold last year,
Neither did I.
which was is really unbelievable. You had a pretty good run of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think exercise does help you ward off disease. But then, of course, I was reading, another article today on, other things that ward off diseases or cure diseases. And I was going, yeah, and I'm not sure. This one just seems like common sense to me, doesn't it? It's common sense. Okay, this one is not common sense. Exercise lets you eat more. No.
That's not
Don't,
true.
absolutely do not do that.
That's how you call it.
Wives' tale.
It's like you're betraying yourself when you think that exactly, because for me hunger is something that is in your brain, it's just in your mind,
Yes.
and you think because I'm running 2 miles today, oh, I can eat a little bit of more of this or more fat or more sugar. That's not true. Exercise does the opposite. When you're doing exercise, okay, you need more protein, but no more sugar. So
Yeah, no more sugar. Yeah, you're absolutely,
and your body's only asking you for what you need. So
your body's only,
when
yes.
you think that is because you have emotional hunger, no real hunger.
No, you're very right, Monica. That is absolutely a fact. I live that every day. I have emotional hunger every day. And it's because I didn't have protein at the proper time, which would get me through the 3 o'clock comp. That's really where it starts. At 3 o'clock, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm starving. I went to lunch today and I had a bowl of soup, and the lady said to me, I'm so full now, I don't think I want anything else. And I was saying to myself, oh, yeah, me either. But I was a little hungry. But she was right. After 20 minutes, I started to feel comfortable, and it
Satiated.
actually got me through the 3 o'clock thing. So now I have lots of calories for tonight. I saved them all for tonight. Weight loss is not the most important goal. What's the most important goal?
Health.
Health, of course. Huh?
Live healthy.
Live healthy, yes, to live healthy. And the other part is when you exercise, you have balance, better balance. And my 2 80-year-old ladies, I'm telling you, they are doing fabulously well, moving around at the gym. One is gardening like she has a farm. I'm not kidding you. She's probably planted 200 dahlias yesterday. She's 80. What reason do we not have to work out? Okay, let me give you this. Think before you eat. These are the last few things so that maybe you'll think better of having a glazed donut. When you know that you have to do 88 minutes of crunches. Not 88 crunches, because if it was 88 crunches, I'd go right over there and get a donut and do 88 crunches before I went there. But it's 88 minutes. Okay, cheeseburgers and fries. And this is just a regular cheeseburger. This is no, big old half-pound cheeseburger. This is just a small one. 141 minutes on the elliptical machine. I'd rather put a gun to my head. 141 minutes. And you know what I know about this when I'm saying this is that I used to go to the gym like 3 hours a day. It still took me 3 years to lose 93 pounds. That's 0.6 a week. 0.6 a week. It's just a little over a half a pound. Now, how much was I trying to eat? You can't out-exercise a bad diet. You can't. One fried chicken breast is 65 minutes on the stationary bike. And that's not just, we call it the recliner, but because really honestly, you just lean back and you're just like this ever so, that's when we're cooling off. That's what we'll cool off on. And, but you have to be on that for 65 minutes. One slice of cheesecake is 148 minutes to walk.
Worth it.
Yeah, right, worth it. You know, but really, that's 2.5 hours. That's a long time for 15 minutes, for 5 minutes of pleasure. Five minutes.
Worth it.
It is. Milkshake, I love this one, 72 minutes of jump rope. Honestly, 5 minutes of jump rope and I would be done. I'm positive I couldn't do 5 minutes of jump rope. I'm absolutely positive I couldn't. And I'm in shape.
I know I couldn't.
2 slices of pepperoni pizza, 159 minutes of climbing stairs. Oh no. I can't even go on that Stairmaster for more than like 3 minutes. I mean, I can go up regular stairs pretty well, but going up those stairs, no good. I don't like those. A chicken burrito is 122 minutes of running, so 2 hours. Chips and queso is 130 minutes of swimming, but that's really delicious. And a soda, just a regular soda, is 59 minutes of lunges.
Ugh.
I mean,
My
what
hated-
food is worth that?
No drink, absolutely.
And,
isn't
and there's
worth it.
certainly no drink on here. I don't even want to think of what you have to do if you want a pina colada. So just try. If you can't go to the gym or you can't work out, then just try 15 minutes in the morning to get you started and 15 minutes during the day. Somehow you can get up from your desk, or you can take a walk around the parking lot, or you can take a walk around the mall, or you can walk in place. Just get some good exercise in because it's good for your head. All right, thanks for coming and exercise.
Yay!
Bye. Well, this will make it much easier to go to the gym Friday.
That's tomorrow.
How about how long you have to walk?